Hello, welcome to the live stream. We have a new intro vid, courtesy of the editor. I hope you like it. How are we, guys? Hope you're all having a good trading day. I am with you for the next 45 minutes, so ask as many questions as you like about trading or about whatever you like, guys. All right, so we're going to answer all of your trading questions. We are all here to learn. So we'll do that, and we'll also take a look at a couple of trades. I'm in nothing at the moment, but I am looking at a trade potentially on pound Aussie dollar. So we'll take a look at that, answer all your questions, and have a general chit chat about whatever you like. We should take a quick look at the economic calendar. As you can see, we had the New Zealand interest rate earlier come out as expected, but what was ever said in this rate statement led to a strong New Zealand dollar, right? If you look at any New Zealand dollar pair, right, we had this big push up with New Zealand dollar, New Zealand yen, we had a big push up, right? It's all retracing now, but that was, New Zealand strength to start with. And then, right, we had like brilliant, wonderful, amazing, stupendous, great, I've already said that, news come out of my mother country, out of the UK, right? And look at these CPI figures, right? This is brilliant, great for inflation, right? Everyone knows the cost of living in the UK is a joke, right? So all of these figures should be good for inflation, but it's just led to a very subdued pound, right? If you look at pound here, right, nothing happening. Pound here, if anything, pound weakness, right? Let's have a look at pound US dollar, right? This was more US dollar strength, which we've seen today, but a very subdued reaction to that pound news, all right? So, there you go, guys. That was the news for today. And don't forget, we got the FOMC meeting minutes later on as well. So if you're looking at any US dollar trades, you must be aware of this little bad boy coming out later. Let me just share with you a trade that I am looking at. Let me also share that my dog is very poorly, right? So if everyone could get their violins out and just, gently play them. But yeah, my poor little dog's a bit poorly. He is bloody old. Like he's 16, which is about 100 and something in dog years. So yeah, he's old, right? But he's not in a great way at the moment. But there you go. Bit of a depressing, morbid thing to mention, but I thought I'd share it. Let's have a look at pound Aussie dollar, guys, right? And I'm interested in buying this. If we look at the day chart, right, ever since we've hit this weekly level, let's have a look at the weekly chart, right? Now there is a weekly level through here, right? Fact. Again, we only deal in facts. That is one big juicy fact, that is a support level, right? Hence, last week's candle bounced off that level and the moving average 20. So this is a really nice support level. The only thing with the weekly is, are we starting to get lower highs, right? But either or, there's still a bit of room to move into up here on the weekly. Now, if we drop down to the day chart, this is also a little tricky, right? I would say at this point, we were still in a downtrend just, right? This level held. But now we're here. So we're now getting higher lows, right? So it's not the trend, the structure is not clear, but we are getting higher highs, right? And ever since we've hit this weekly level, we've had just bullish. Sellers came in, but just bullish, right? So I think at the very least, we can take price back up to these daily highs, if not a little bit further. All right. And if we look at the H4, as with this pair, we just find this ranging. Okay. We're here at the moment. Okay. So a trade from the bottom of this level back to the top makes sense, right? Because we're seeing higher lows as well. So this is a potential uptrend stroke range, right? And all I'm waiting for, guys, on the H1 is a bullish reaction. You can clearly see, right, that there is some support in here, right? And this is the resistance level. Let's put it in so that it's nice and clear. There we go. Wonderfully clear. And all I'm looking for is a big bullish bounce off of this level, guys. If I get that, I am buying pound Aussie dollar, potentially all the way back up to this level here. And that's really the only thing I'm looking at, guys, at the moment in terms of a trade. But what are you guys looking at? Let's see what you guys are looking at. Let's see who is in the live chat. First of all, Mike F has become a supporter of Simply Forex. So thank you very much, Mike. You too can show your support, guys. I think it's like $1 or $2 a month. You need to check with the editor. I never know. But it's nothing, guys, right? So if you want to become a supporter of the channel, you get some perks. One of the perks is you get priority questions on our live chats, plus exclusive content as well. So come show your support. Thank you, Mike. Brett, afternoon. Brett, how are you, mate? Yo, Colin. Is the market blah this week, or is it just me? No, the market is blah. That word describes it quite beautifully. It has been, guys. Yeah, it has been a bit just not a lot going on. To give you an idea, guys, normally I have quite a few trade ideas that I'm looking at, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's difficult to find any of my setups at the moment. But this pound Aussie dollar is one of those trades. What else are we looking at? Self subs. What's up? Brett, what's your take on oil, please, Tom? Okay, Brett, we'll take a look at oil. Self subs always wants to look at that. Damn, he's a grandpa. Yes, my dog would be a grandpa if he had his own nuts still. But as you know, they get chopped off. It's not much fun being a dog, right? Well, a male dog. Yeah, you're like, right, you got some balls, let's chop them off. Anyway, let's not get onto the subject of balls. We could be here ages. What else? Dream lifestyle, pound US dollar. Okay, we'll take a look at that. And Cicchello, how are you, mate? Low volatility days. Yes, they are, which is very unusual, right? We're not used to low volatility with Trumpy boy about, right? Normally Trump opens his mouth and the market's like, woohoo! It's like the Wild West, but it has been a very, I'm going to say, tricky and slow month, right? I would say that. So February's been a bit, not too much going on. Right, let's have a look at oil then, and then we'll look at pound US dollar after that. So let's do a top-down approach, right? Now, I think we need to start with the monthly, right? Because I know what the monthly looks like. And this is clearly in a downtrend stroke range, right? Lower highs, lower lows, right? But now we're sort of ranging between here and here. So that would suggest, look at the moving average 20 as well on the monthly, right? You're probably thinking, who trades the monthly? The big boys trade the monthly, right? They're position traders, right? They're taking long positions on oil or whatever it might be. Although that might have changed quite dramatically since Trump's come into power and said, let's get pumping. But anyway, that would suggest we can take sells back down to these lows, right? On the monthly. On the weekly, It's still in an uptrend, right? Because again, if we just follow structure, I'm going to say we've had some crappy price action here. This is where we're at, right? So we are in an uptrend on the weekly, but look at these candles, right? First of all, bearish, not bearish, 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 right? And more importantly, they broke this key support and resistance level through here, right? It broke below that. So that suggests we can take price down to, I keep saying this 68 level. I think that would be a good price. Now, monthly and weekly tell us we can sell it, and daily is no different, right? Daily is firmly in a downtrend, and this is where we find ourselves, right? We're in a downtrend, lower highs, yeah, lower lows, although these lows are holding, right? It's worth pointing that out. Now, because we're in a downtrend, what you might find is we start seeing sellers in here, right? So price, yeah, also what with the weekly and monthly that I've just shown you, price comes back down to here, right? And we might end up with a little bit of a range perhaps, okay? But in here, I'm looking for sells, right? That is a good selling area. This was a good selling candle, but it just wasn't much room, right, down to these lows. Because generally speaking, guys, these last daily lows are going to be my first target, right? So I'm not looking to buy oil in the slightest, but if we get some bearish, some bearish reaction in here somewhere, I'll definitely look to sell this back down here. Excuse me, guys, for I just had loads of Kung Pao chicken for lunch. It was very nice, very hot, but again, I ate too much. But I do go down the gym and burn off a lot of bloody calories. So swings and roundabouts. Do you guys go down the gym? Can I also just say, guys, there is a direct correlation between me going down the gym and being healthy and eating well, right? And me trading well. That may sound obvious, right? You know, whatever you do, if you're, you know, feeling fit and healthy, you'll do it better. But more so in trading, right? So get down the bloody gym. Yeah, it does. Honestly, it will help you trade. It will just give you, it will help you mentally, right? And trading such a mental game, right? So, yeah, I know I joke that I have a pint of vodka next to me. And who's to say it isn't vodka, right? But generally speaking, be healthy and it will help you trade. Right, what else do we want to look at? Dream Lifestyle wants to look at pound US dollar. Let's take a look at pound US dollar. Right, so the weekly, because I analyze these every day, guys, but the weekly is at the moving average 20. I'm just trying to show off of how much I know about the charts that I see every day. There you go, right? The weekly is bang at the moving average 20, right? But, right, now, this is, I find the US dollar pairs very fascinating to analyze at the moment, right? I can't speak to everyone about pound US dollar. Right? And I always joke when I go down the pub, I'm like, oh, pound US dollar, bum bum. They're like, couldn't care less, Tom. But hopefully you are interested. Right, now we're going to start with the monthly, because I tell you why. Because we are at such key levels, right? That right there is a key level. That was a key level, right? That became the next key level. And as you can see, if we look at the monthly, right, we are in an uptrend, higher highs, right? And this low held. Okay. Now, you can see this candle, this wick closed back inside. So this level's held, right? Because, you know, it almost had to, right? Because we had such dollar strength for so long, right? The other currencies, pound, euro, Canadian dollar, New Zealand dollar, yen, had to find somewhere to fight back, right? The dollar was becoming crazy strong. And this is obviously a pretty good level. And ever since then, we've seen buyers take control, right? If we look at the weekly chart, right, buyers have taken control to a point where we are now in a weekly uptrend, right? That is a weekly uptrend. There's no two ways about it, right? We are getting higher lows and all of these highs in here at this key support resistance level broke with this candle, right? So weekly is in an uptrend. Now, all that I've told you, you'll be like, right, Tom, we are buying pound US dollar. And I would agree, right? It's just that the moving average 20 is very good dynamic support and resistance, right? So perhaps price comes down before it comes back up. And if you don't believe me about this being good support and resistance, just look at that. 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 Okay, didn't hold here. And then, you know, this is no surprise. Once we broke the moving average 20, it became a downtrend. So the moving average 20 is very good dynamic support and resistance. And, you know, if we're below the moving average 20, right, chances are price wants to come lower. If we're above it, it wants to go higher. And now we are seeing all this buying pressure, but it's into the moving average 20. So this is the only thing that's perplexing me, word of the day. Now, if we look at the day chart, right, I would suggest, yeah, remember this is that weekly moving average 20, but look at the daily. The daily is also a thing of beauty, right? This is more beautiful than a lamb roast dinner on a Sunday with mint sauce and crunchy roast potatoes, but soft in the middle, and loads of thick gravy. Christ, I'm hungry. So this is beautiful uptrend, right? It really is. We've got the moving average 20 coming round. Now, I would suggest if price comes back into this level, moving average 20 catches up, we have a huge psychological level at 1.2500. That is a big psychological level. Then in here, we are buying like maniacs, right? I really needed to emphasize that point. Buy, 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 right? Because monthly's telling us to buy, weekly's telling us to buy, apart from the weekly moving average 20. But if I get a retrace into here, represents wonderful value, I would start buying pound US dollar, right? Now, let's see if pound US dollar is going to retrace. You're probably thinking, Tom, you don't have a crystal ball. How the hell do you know? Well, if we got a structure break on the lower time frames, right? So there's a good chance we'll make it into this gray zone somewhere, right? So let's take a look, right? If we look at the H4, we're at a key level, right? It's that key I'm going to put in a gray zone. I'm even going to include that. Let's include that. So this is what I'm talking about, right? We are in a H4 uptrend, which has become a range, right? There is consolidation. And there's no, you know, again, we're just dealing in facts. That is a consolidation. But what's the reason behind that consolidation is as I showed you, we were at a weekly moving average 20, right? And we've got daily buyers in here. So every time price hits the bottom of this range, daily buyers are like, right, let's buy it. Every time we hit the top of this range, weekly sellers are seeing, potentially the moving average 20. And this is where we find ourselves. So this level becomes pivotal. And I would say one of your jobs as a trader is to find these pivotal levels, right? And they're quite clear, right? They're not hidden, yeah. And critical, I mean, if this happens, right? If we get a big bullish candle on the H4, something like this, right? It's not a bad candle for me, right? Then I would suggest, okay, we can potentially keep buying pound US dollar, but I would only take it back up to these highs. Okay. There's first scenario. Second scenario is we break this level. Okay. Another pretty good candle. My candle drawing. Honestly, I'll be in the Louvre soon with this kind of drawing next to the Mona Lisa. It'll be like Trader Tom drawing candles. But if we get a big bearish red candle that breaks this level, I would suggest we can make it down to this grey zone at the very least, if not this 125 level. All right, so pivotal level for pound US dollar. I wouldn't do anything until we've had a reaction here, right? Will we start seeing big bullish candles bounce off here? Okay. We potentially got some buys. Will this continue to break down? Wait for that. Don't make any decisions at this level right now because nothing's telling us to buy. All right, guys. And guys, if you enjoy my analysis, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. Also, guys, if you haven't already, please come join our free trading community, right? It's where the flowers grow and lovely people congregate, right? But you can talk about trading, you can talk about trade ideas, support and resistance, anything you like about trading, but much more as well. So come join our free Discord channel. And also, guys, today is sponsored by Blueberry Funded. Let's hear from them.
Exciting news, Simply Forex has partnered with Blueberry Funded, a proprietary trading firm backed by a world-class award-winning broker, Blueberry Markets. So if you want to increase your trading capital without increasing risk, plus benefit from some of the best spreads in the prop firm industry, then Blueberry Funded is the prop firm for you. Their challenges are innovative and sustainable with regular payouts, and their customer service and cutting-edge technology create a seamless experience. For all of these reasons, you get access to a prop firm that truly understands traders' needs and provides the tools you need for success. Support Simply Forex and take your trading to the next level. Click the link in the description and sign up now.
So there you go, guys. Great promotion right now with Blueberry Funded. Go check it out. Guys, what else do you want to look at? What else do you want to talk about? Guys, your questions are my fuel, so please ask as many questions as you like in the live chat. All right, and it can be anything to do with trading, guys. It could be to do with anything. It could be living in Dubai. If you want to ask me questions about that, you can. Work or your work or work I used to do, anything, relationships, football, plants. I'm looking at a plant, so I thought plants. Anything you like, guys. Don't be shy. Come ask a question. I remember Zuzi from yesterday. My God, she had like 1,001 excellent questions. So, guys, yeah, you got me for 45 minutes. Don't be shy. Ask as many questions as you like. Nobody's asked about my dog, but he's all right. I have to keep checking on him. Ace Foo, sorry I was late in. Ace Foo, this is unacceptable. You're not allowed to come to this live stream late. I am only joking. Welcome, and let's take a look at gold. So guys, everyone, everyone loves gold and oil, right? Honestly, it's the most frequently asked thing that we get to analyze, right? And if everyone's looking at it, we will analyze it. Now, this is really interesting, right? I bet every man and his dog saw this, right? We know this is a key daily level, right? Now, imagine if you was a breakout trader. Let's go back in time, right? Now, we know that that is a key daily level, right? And then on the H4, if you saw this candle, you'll be thinking, woohoo, we've broken the highs. Gold is going off to, into the stratosphere. And then 4 hours later, this candle hasn't finished forming, but price has been quickly rejected, right? That is not a breakout. Okay, in fact, I've got a tutorial on breakouts in the VIP Trading Academy. So join the free Discord, then you can join the VIP. But this breakout had no momentum. The thing with breakouts, guys, right? Every time I talk about breakouts I use this analogy, right? Now, imagine you broke out of jail, right? Some of you might have been in jail. I spent 12 years. No, I'm only joking. And I'm sure none of you have, right? I'm joking. But imagine you broke out of jail, right? You are what's his name? What's his name? Who's the one out of Shawshank Redemption? Andy Dufresne. That's it. Andy Dufresne. I had to pluck that from the grey matter. So when he got out of the prison, his momentum would carry on, right? He's not going to stop and look back and take some pictures, maybe a selfie of him escaping the prison, right? That'd be pretty stupid. And it's the same with breakouts. You need the momentum. For me to take a breakout, I need to see the high of this candle broken as well. If you get that with 2 consecutive candles, then the chances are it's a sustained breakout. You need momentum. This one has been stopped dead. It'll be interesting to see how this finishes. And obviously on the day chart, it just looks like a rejection of this level, right? So we spoke about pound US dollar. We spoke about pound US dollar being at critical levels. This is at a critical level. And what's started to happen is we get ranges, right? We get ranges because people listen to what the market's telling them. Now, what I'm going to show you is just fact again, right? Sellers come in here, look at that candle, right? Buyers said, okay, we'll push it up there again. I still think buyers are in control. Sellers come in at this level again, pushed it back down, right? Buyers have come in again, right? Pushed it to this level. Now, what will sellers do now? Okay. Now, if sellers believe this is still very overbought for gold, and this could be a really good selling opportunity back down to at least these lows, then sellers will dig their heels in, right? If not, this level will break. But I'm not going to make any decision on gold until I see one or the other, right? If I see a break, right, then okay, let's keep trading gold strength, right? But if I see a big bearish candle, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of the Fed later on, right? Yeah, but if we get a big bearish candle, I would say sellers have taken back control and we can come back down to here. So that's on the day chart. Let's look at a few clues, right? So the H4, right, you can't help but think a bit of a liquidity grab, right? There's some stops in here for sure, right? You've got, so some stops have been taken out, and now potentially the big boys can start coming in and selling. I'm speculating, right? That is speculating, but like I say, it's a possibility. But again, let the candles tell you, right? So that breakout has not followed through. And then if you look at the H1, even the H1 breakout didn't follow through, right? Look at that candle, right? There was no push on from that level, and sellers are coming back. So it'll be interesting, right? There isn't any structure breaks at the moment, right? If we look at H1 structure, right, I'd like to see a break of these lows in here. I think if we get a break of that, then we could be coming lower for gold, right? But we shall see. Again, I'm not in the business of speculating or predicting the future. I'm in the business of reading the charts and trading what they tell me to do. And that's exactly what I will do, right? I mentioned this with Mike, funnily enough, on our mentorship program. And, when I hear traders saying, I think this will happen, or I have a feeling this will happen, I just want to put my fingers in my ears and go, la, 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 la. It's like the worst thing you can hear, right? You shouldn't have a feeling. You shouldn't be thinking about what could happen. It's all speculation, right? What you need to deal with is reading the charts and letting them dictate what you do, right? Okay, so yeah, I don't ever want to hear I feel this or I think this. There's no room for feeling or thinking. It's purely, this is my setup because of X, Y, Z. I have enough confluence to buy, or this is my setup. I have all the confluence I need to sell. And if you don't, stay out of the market, right? Keep it binary. Okay. So Ciso, so Ace Fu, I hope that helps you with gold. Cisakello's got one here. Yen strength, and does trading feel lonely sometimes? So let's look at yen strength in a minute. Let's have a look at does trading feel lonely sometimes? And I'm only joking. I was just trying to go for what's it called, an Oscar. So no is the answer, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Trading is a very solo endeavor, right? It's a solo sport or solo art, right? So in that respect, it can be lonely, right? But to be honest with you, one of the reasons I started a YouTube channel was to basically have a chit chat with like-minded traders, right? So it's quite a selfish reason, really. And I enjoy, passing on what I've learned to others, and, hopefully it helps some people along the way, right? Great. But really, I really enjoy the daily interaction and, having a bit of a chit chat with you guys now. So trading has become less lonely as a result, right? Of course, I'm talking to you now. I've got the VIP Discord. People ask me questions. I answer throughout the day, right? So it's not as lonely. And if you are feeling lonely in trading, which I have done in the past, then like I say, there's communities you can join, right? This is not me segueing into come join our community, but please do, right? Come join our community. You can talk to like-minded traders, but there's many communities out there that you can, I'm sure that you can talk to about trading, and that's one thing I would say. I don't feel lonely, but there's not always many people that you can talk to about trading. So that was another selfish reason to do a YouTube channel. I always joke when I go down the pub, I've got a mate who's a teacher. I've got a mate who runs a marketing agency. I've got a mate who sells furniture, right? Now, these are all jobs people can relate to, right? So, you know, my mate's like, oh, I sold a bit of furniture. Oh, well, did you? Right? Did you, you know, did you make nice margin? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I was teaching some kids this today, right? But if I start talking to them about candlesticks and support and resistance, they're like, they're like glaze over. They're like, shit, Tom is talking about candlesticks again, or support and resistance, or, you know, the Dow Jones, right? So you do need an outlet to talk to other traders. You really do, right? That's one thing I wish I had when I was learning. So yeah, so come join a community, join ours. Why the hell not? Yen strength. So yes and no, right? I wrote this down. Let me look at my trade ideas, right? So I put this in the free Discord. Now, if you look at pound yen on the day chart, right? Now, because of this bullish candle, right? We are in a downtrend, but because of that bullish candle, I wouldn't buy it, but because of this bullish candle, I was thinking I would rather buy pound yen, right? And if I show you Aussie dollar yen, right, this has had a structure break, right? So if we follow structure, right, we're in an uptrend. We've broken these highs. Price has retraced, and then we got a bullish candle, right? Now, I would buy Aussie dollar yen off the back of that. Difficult to disagree, right? We're in an uptrend, nice bullish candle. We've had a bit of a retrace. There's room up to the highs. But let me show you euro yen, right? Downtrend, these highs held, bearish, 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 a nothing candle, a doji, and these bears are continuing. Now, I think euro yen is a sell, right? And what was the other one I was looking at? I've jotted it all down. Swiss franc yen, right? Obviously highly correlated with euro yen, but again, downtrend, right? Bearish candle, big bearish wick on that candle, right? Let me remove this, right? There's a big bearish wick on that candle, which would suggest I can take price down to here. So I've got two yen pairs that are yen strength, and I've got two yen pairs that are yen weakness. So there's too much contradiction, right? Now, a thing to consider here is what are the indices going to do, right? We've just pinpointed the NASDAQ. Sorry, we didn't, but the NASDAQ is like these all-time highs. Now, you could quite easily see a sell-off at these all-time highs. And remember, yen is inversely correlated to the NASDAQ, right? So if the NASDAQ starts dropping, then then yen is strong, right? If the indices break their highs and continue on, then yen is weak. So this could have a big impact on what happens with yen as well. All right, because it's all interlinked, right? Everything's correlated in some way or another. So you must be aware of these correlations, guys. All right. And speaking of correlations, right? If you want some, you know, premium trading education, then we have various things for you guys, right? So if you go to our website right now, go to www.simply-forex.com. We are giving you 25% off everything. That includes our Simply Forex complete trading course. We talk about everything in there, everything you need to get consistent and improve as a trader. right? We're also giving you 25% off the VIP Discord. We've got the free Discord, but you can also join the VIP, 25% off right now. And also, we've got 25% off my mentorship program where I coach you one-on-one. All right, so if you're interested in any of those things, there is 25% off until the end of February, which is just over a week away. So get involved, guys. Check it all out. Right. What else can we look at? So Shreyas, thoughts? GTV, I'm late. Yeah, you are late, but better late than never. Thoughts on Swiss franc yen. So Shreyas, I just explained Swiss franc yen. That is a selling trade to me, right? We are in a downtrend. Okay, lower highs. Yeah, lower lows, big bearish candle, bearish wick, right? And if we break these lows, then there's a strong possibility we can come down to 167, if not all the way down to 166, right? So let's look for some clues, right? Now, on the H4, okay, there you go, sell it. It's at a really nice selling level, right? Simple as that. H4 was in this uptrend, stop making higher highs. Always a red flag when you stop making higher highs plus a big bearish candle, then structure breaks. And we are now in a H4 downtrend. This has clearly broken these lows, and these lows become a very good entry level, right? I think you could start selling from here back down to 167, stops above these highs and above the moving average 20 to be extra safe above that high, right? So yeah, Shreyas, I think sales on Swiss franc yen look pretty good right now. All right, so yeah. R7S KI Facts, you want an editor. R7S Kai Facts, I have the best editor in the world. Yeah, bar none. He was voted at the Editor Awards as the best editor in the world. And the New York Post said 5-star, 2 thumbs up to the Simply Forex editor. What can we say? So there you go. Thank you for the offer, but no, we're all good for editors. And remember, guys, when we get to 100,000 subscribers, right? The editor is going to pop out of a cake naked. Okay, maybe not naked, but he's going to pop out of a cake. You heard it here first, and this has been agreed on a previous live stream. And I'm going to get it in writing. We're going to make the editor sign something. Because once we get to 100,000 subs, I may never see him again. He might be like, I'm not doing that on YouTube. And on that thought, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button. Come join us again tomorrow, same time, 7 a.m. New York EST, for more of the same. Get all of your questions ready for me, and I'll see you then. See you later, guys.